Hey everyone, this is Ashton with the Posting Agent. I hope you're having a great day. So I just got done doing a social media and ChatGPT masterclass for over 500 realtors. And it was so much fun, and there was so many things covered, and it seemed like everyone got a lot of really good information, and everyone was asking for the recording. So I decided to put it up onto YouTube, and that's what you're about to watch. But I wanted to do this quick, intro before we get started. I really want you to take notes on what you're about to watch, and I really want you to stay focused the whole entire time. I promise you, I've worked with over 10,000 realtors, probably even 15,000 realtors now, and I've helped them with their social media. I've helped them with their website. I've helped them with landing pages. I've helped them rank on Google. I've helped them rank on ChatGPT, and I've seen this stuff work. I've seen agents go from 0 transactions or 2 transactions a year to 15 transactions and then 30 transactions and building a small team and opening up a small office. I've seen tremendous growth from the things I'm about to share with you. And every single realtor that's about to watch this video can do the things that I'm sharing with you. It's very easy. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on it, and you can do it very quickly. But also, all right, I wanted to tell you about my service called Posting Agent. There's a 7-day free trial in the link in the description, okay? And what Posting Agent is we post amazing local content for you. We have content creators that go out into the field and they create property tour videos. We use those property tour videos to post onto your Instagram and Facebook. And we also post, informational videos, neighborhood informational videos, breakdowns, and all this really good stuff. It's the first and only social media company that posts Instagram and Facebook reels that make it seem like you're out in the field creating that content. It's not, generic, boring Canva content. These are, videos and property tours and informational videos. So we post onto your Instagram and Facebook, and we also post onto your Google My Business 5 times a week to help you rank higher on Google and also rank higher on ChatGPT. So if you feel like you need some help with that, but just being consistent and posting some good content, I want you to try the 7-day free trial. All right, it's $99 after the 7-day free trial, and you could cancel at any time. And also, my favorite part about Posting Agent is that if you take any of your own videos, you can send them into our team, and we will edit them and post them for you for no extra charge. That's part of the $99 a month. All right. Well, hey guys, I hope you really enjoy this masterclass. Take some notes, enjoy it. And I'll see you at the end of the video.
Get started. We're almost here, so here we go. All right. So first thing again, for everyone that's joining, thank you for being here and happy Thursday. Now, one thing I want to say before we get started is that this meeting is for every single realtor out there. You do not need to be an experienced realtor. You don't need to be a brand new realtor to be part of this program or this masterclass. You're going to learn something new. All right. And what I said at the beginning when I first joined is that all of the calls that I do are, meant to just show you how to close more transactions. I get on a lot of Zoom calls and trainings, and a lot of, coaches or people are just telling you to work hard and have a good mindset. I'm not going to do that for you today. I'm going to give you all of my golden nuggets that you can start closing more transactions as soon as possible. And I want 2026 to be your best year yet. I want you to go on more vacations. I want you to buy investment properties. I want you to put some money in the stock market, and I want you to build financial freedom. All right. So here we go. Let's get going here. So a little bit about me, because you're probably wondering, hey, who's this guy and why is he talking? Also, in the start of 2021, I was able to start an amazing social media group called Posting Agent. And as you can see, it's on my shirt here. And do you see how worn out this is? I wear this almost every single day. I have like 5 on rotation, and I need to make some new ones because I wear it all the time just because it starts more conversations. But Posting Agent is just a group of realtors that talk about social media, get some help from social media, and we now have over 3,000 realtors that are part of that group. And it's been so amazing to meet so many great realtors and brokers across the country and speak at so many amazing events just like this one. All right. Okay. So I'm going to cover 4 main topics today. First one is going to be what kind of content to post on social media that drives more conversations that will lead to a closed transaction. Second one, how to grow your following in a specific area. The number one question I get all the time is, Ashton, how do I get more followers, in my area on Facebook, on Instagram? Like, I want to get more followers. I'm going to show you a great way to do that very quickly. Third one, a huge way that we get listings is getting in front of sellers before they decide to list. So I'm going to show you a great way to get in front of your, farm or people that are in your area, and kind of, put your name in front of them before that they decide to list. And it's a really good group of people. Now, the fourth one, which is my favorite on today's thing, is I'm going to show you how to rank number 1 on Google And I'm also going to show you how to rank number one on ChatGPT. As we know, these new AI, Google AI, ChatGPT, and all these, you know, LLMs are becoming huge parts of our business. And a lot of people are just using ChatGPT as Google now. And they're saying, hey, can you find, give me a good realtor in Los Angeles, California? And if you're not showing up on that list, you're going to be left out. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to come up on that list. And I'm going to show you how to get a lot of business from all these different topics right here. All right. So I want you to stay with me. We're going to be together for the next 30 minutes or so. Take notes, take screenshots of the slides if you want to, and just be present with me. And I promise you, you're going to really enjoy today's call and get some good stuff out of it. So the first thing I want to talk about, all right, is getting in front of more people on social media. I love this method, and I tell this to almost every single realtor that I meet, across the week. So here we go. Check this out. I'm gonna go to my Instagram here really quick. All right. And this is my personal Instagram. This is where I do all of my business from. And like how I said before, if you want to give me a follow on here, that would be awesome. And I'll follow you right back here. But we have 15,000 followers on this Instagram page. And I checked this morning, 92% of all the people that follow me on Instagram live in Los Angeles County. And remember, I was born and raised in Los Angeles County. This is where I do all of my business. This is where all of my, agents are. This is where my office is. I want to rank higher on in Los Angeles. Okay. And let me actually disable the annotation. Okay, there we go. So if I have 92% of these people that are following me and they're all local in my area, that's great for my business. Okay. Well, here's how I was able to do that and get in front of people that were local in my area. And you could do the same exact thing. So my main small little farm is a city called Whittier, which is like the suburbs of Los Angeles. So here's what I do throughout the day and throughout the week. Yeah, I'll just type in Whittier in the search bar. And when I type in Whittier, all of these Whittier located accounts pop up for me. The Whittier Brewing Company, Whittier First Day, the city of Whittier. But for this example, I'm going to use the Whittier Police Department. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I love the Whittier Police Department because they have 49,000 followers and they get about, 342 likes per post. Well, one thing that I love to do is I love to go to the people that like this post because this tells me two different things. First, that these people are active on Instagram. And second is that these people probably live local in the city of Whittier if they're engaging with the local Whittier Police Department. So these are people that own property. These are people that rent. These are people that I want to get in front of. And I call this virtual door knocking. So I go through this list of people and I'll give them a quick follow. And I will also give them a quick like and comment on one of their most recent posts. But what that does is that if you follow 100 people like this, from Whittier Police Department or maybe your local church or local restaurant, you get about a 40% follow back rate. So if I follow 100 of these people, I'm going to get anywhere from probably 35 to 40 followers back because I'm going to give them a quick like and comment. Like let's say if I just did it to Joseph, and then Joseph is going to come back to me and say, okay, well, who's this Ashton real estate guy, right? Come back to my profile, see that I post some pretty cool content, that I'm local in the city of Whittier. Okay, I'm going to follow this guy back. So what I do throughout the day is I'll go to the Whittier Police Department. And then what I'll do next is I'll go to my local church, right? And this is people that I should know that I should see throughout the weekend. And I go through these list of people, 225 likes, and let me engage with all these people because these are people that are in my community that should do business with me. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your local police department's Instagram page, your local church, your local restaurants, your local country clubs, your local tennis clubs, Rotary clubs, anything that you can think of that you think is in your community, engage with all of these people. These are people that own property, they're renting, they should buy a home soon, and they should do business with you. But here's the best part about this. Everyone says, hey, hit your sphere of influence if you want to close more transactions this year. Well, I was never the type of realtor to call my cousins and uncles and aunts. I just didn't want to bug them anymore. To be like, hey, I know, do you know anybody that wants to sell or buy, or do you want to sell or buy? So here's what I ended up doing. Okay. And this is the best part about this method as well. So I went to my mom's page. Okay. And I love my mom, right? She's my whole entire world. But I know that my mom is a very private person on social media. So I know that all 386 of these people that follow my mom are part of my sphere of influence, that are like people that know me and they know me well. So guess what I did? And I want you to do the same thing, not to my mom, but to your mom or whoever. I followed almost every single one of my mom's followers because guess what? You get an 80% follow back rate when you do it this way. So what do I want you to do? I want you to go to your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, uncles, aunts, husband, wife, sons, daughters, second cousins, third cousins, best friend, old college roommates, old friends, past clients, whatever you could possibly think of. Go to their Instagram page and start engaging with all of their followers because here's what's going to happen. These people are going to go, "Oh man, I forgot about Ashton. And I wonder what he's doing. The last time I saw him, he was like 10 years old. And I wonder what he's doing. Oh my gosh, he's a realtor now. I didn't even know that he was a realtor." And when they decide to buy a home or sell a property, they're going to think of you. And I want you to stay on top of their life. When they post a story, slide up and say, "Hey, this is awesome." Or when they post something and it's their birthday, say, "Hey, happy birthday." You need to be in the back of their mind at all times. And this is a great way to do this. This is how you get to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers, like in like 2 months, 3 months even, but stay consistent with this. And you could do this on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Do this with a lot of different social media pages. All right. But that's like, so, and then once you have those followers coming through and you start posting better content, these people are going to start engaging with you and they're going to go, "Man, Ashton, that's a great post." And then when you see all these people at family parties, they're going to talk to you and be like, "Hey, I saw that post that you did," and all this good stuff. Right? Guys, is that making sense? Let me know in the chat if that makes sense because I really want to make sure that you understand that and then that you start to do that because I promise you it's going to drive more business to your page this year. And I want you just to have more followers, coming through. All right, so here we go. So once you've got some more followers coming through and you're getting the hang of it, you're like, "Man, I got to 1,000 followers or I got to 5,000 followers. Here I go." I want you to start posting really good content, okay? Content that starts more conversations. So when I first started as a realtor, I was paying for a company called Keeping Current Matters. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that company and you guys are familiar with that company, right? And they were posting content like this on the left-hand side. And at first I was like, "Man, this content's great. I'm going to get all these followers. I'm going to get all this engagement. Boom, boom, boom." But when I was posting content like this on the left-hand side, I wasn't starting any conversations. I wasn't getting any new followers. I wasn't getting any likes, and I was actually losing followers. So if you are posting content like this over here, I want you to stop immediately. I know it's easy to post. I know you might be paying someone just to automatically be posting for you. I want you to stop doing that. All right. And the reason why is because it's not helping you in any way. If anything, it's hurting your page. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to start posting really engaging content that's going to help you start more conversations. And this first one I'm going to show you is going to be a simple property tour. I'm going to let the video, play, and then I'll explain while it's going here. So this is my really good friend Robert, okay? And he's out here in California as well. But Robert's one of my best friends in the business. Last year, he has a team, I think, of like him and three buyer's agents. They did 161 sides in 2025, just that small team. And all of their business comes through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, I believe. Okay. And what Robert did here is he went to a public open house that was local in his area. And of course, he got full permission from the realtor or the listing agent to film the property. And he just did a quick little property tour, just like that. Right. Now, um, and he posted it. And I want you to think about something here. All right. If somebody is on Instagram and they might be looking to buy a new property soon or sell a property sometime soon, and they come across a realtor that posted content like this on the left-hand side, do you think that they're going to comment on this post? Do you think they're going to like this post? Do you think that this is going to incline them to work with you? Absolutely not. But if I come across Robert's post and I'm like, "Man, I've heard Rancho Cucamonga is a great area. My kids would love to have a pool, right? My kids are always talking about having a pool. My wife would love the master bedroom and master bath." What this video is going to make me do is kind of stop in my tracks and go, "Hey, I want to get more information about this property." And here's what justifies everything that I'm talking about. And I picked an old post because I didn't want to put any of his leads out there on my calls. So, but if you check out his page, man, this is happening almost every single day on his page. This person said, "Interested. Price question mark. Such a beautiful house. What is the selling price on this home? Is it still on the market? Price. How much question mark?" People are tagging their friends. "What's the price? Price and how many bedrooms and bathrooms?" And he's replying to all of these people and keeping the conversation going from there. He's trying to schedule a phone call, a Zoom appointment, an in-person showing, an in-person buyer's appointment in his office. All he's trying to do is schedule more appointments that will lead to a closed transaction. And I want you to do the same exact thing, especially If you have a certain vibe or a certain niche of homes that you want to sell, become that person on social media. Maybe you sell condos or fixer-uppers or duplexes or luxury real estate. Start showing those properties on your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This morning, I woke up and I always check Instagram just to kind of see if I could get any new kind of ideas of things that I can post. And I came across this realtor who was in Texas, and all she posted was duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes of property tours. And she explained what your down payment would be, how much your monthly payment would be, and how much you would cash flow, and how you could even live in one of them and rent out the other ones to pay for your mortgage. She had over 200,000 followers on Instagram, and on each post had like over 400 comments of people saying, "Can you please send me this information?" So I want you to get creative with this, and I want you to show people good deals, fixer-uppers, good investment opportunities, or maybe just whatever you specialize in. Maybe you specialize in homes that are on a golf course. Well, become the best person on Instagram doing that. And heck, even if you want to be in the video, open the door and say, "Hey, welcome to your new home." Boom, boom, boom. One tip, okay, that I love to share with people. If you have one of the newer iPhones with the 2 or even 3 cameras on it, I want you to shoot all of your videos in 0.5. And what does that mean? So check this out. So there's normal, right? See, you can just see my mouth. Let me go here. Sorry, this is hard for me to do. There's 0.5. See how you can now see the top of my head? There's normal. There's 0.5. Shoot all of your videos in 0.5. It makes every room, backyard, pool, master bedroom look so much bigger and better, and it's going to make your videos look very professional. You do not need to go buy an expensive camera. Use your iPhone, use your Samsung. They have great cameras, and do all of your edits inside of the Instagram app. Or there's I think there's like Splice or CapCut that's really good video editors. I personally do all of my edits inside of the Instagram app. Okay. I really love that. Now, also, another video that I love to post throughout the week is just like really good informational videos and like almost like house hacks, right? Like here's a really good example of one that's on my page. And guys, I want you to steal these if you want to. Okay. Like steal everything you can from me. I posted this video. I said, "Hey, house hack. My client's mortgage was $3,400 a month, but they had a detached garage that they converted to an ADU. And they're renting it out for $2,000 a month, and it's paying for more than half their mortgage. I got 2 buyers from this. One of them ghosted me, right? Which is just the normal thing with buyers. But one of them closed. And that was about, I think, 6.5 months ago, we closed on their property. But they reached out to me saying, "Hey, I want to buy a property with a detached garage so that I can convert it to an ADU." So that's a great one, right? That you can steal from me. Another good example, and this is one of my favorite ones. I love to post these videos. How much money do you need to make a year to afford a $600,000 home? And I do this at multiple different price points: 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, a million, 300,000 condos, $5 million Malibu properties, whatever I could think of. But the reason why I love posting this is because this video, all of my followers share it with their friends and family, and I get a lot of new followers when I post these videos. So try this one out, put some text on it, all that good stuff. Now, also, okay, we want to drive people back to a landing page. We want to get more leads. We want to get more contacts so that we can reach out to more people, call them, text them, mass email them. We want to put as many people as we possibly can into a database so that we can market to these people. So, one thing that I really want you to make sure that you have is a really good buyer landing page and a really good seller landing page. Okay. And here's why. Check this out. So, I'm going to jump from Instagram and I'm going to jump over to YouTube really quick to explain this to you. So this is somebody who's in Texas, and I know we got a lot of Texas people in this call, so I want to give you a good example of somebody. Also, guys, you don't need to put your email in the chat to send the recording to. So you don't need to waste your time and do that. Feel free that you don't need to do that. So I wanted to give you a good example of somebody who's in Texas so that you can feel like you can do this. All right. Nava Realty Group. They have 289,000 subscribers on YouTube, and if you know YouTube, that's an insane amount, right? Like that's like some really, really good stuff. And some of their most popular videos have 1.4 million views, 1.3, 1.1, a million, 800,000. And guess what they're doing? All they're doing is posting local property tour content. And I'm going to show you this right now. Check this out. And I'm gonna let the ad go, right? Because there's always ads on YouTube, but I'll explain after here. So instead of filming his videos this way, he's just filming them this way and doing a voiceover over the top of it and posting it onto YouTube. But here's why I'm showing this. Remember, we're talking about landing pages here, right? So down here, he says, moving to South Texas, click here. Okay. And when I click that link, it takes me directly to their landing page on their website that says schedule a free consultation call. What's your full name? Okay. My full name, Ashton Elliott, right? What is a good phone number to reach you? 562-665-3614. What's a good email? Boom, boom, boom. All this stuff that I post. What city in Texas are you looking to move? Okay, I'm looking to move to Houston. Can you imagine how many people filled out this form from the 1.3 million people that watched this video? And this is all free leads that are coming through on a consistent basis. So let me give you a visual here. And this is what I want you to set your business up. We want to post onto Instagram. We want to post onto Facebook. We want to post onto YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok. We want to post across the board and we want to drive them back to one landing page that we have leads coming in every single day. And he's chopping these long form videos up and then putting them onto YouTube Shorts. Boom, 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 just like this and all of these. But this is pretty much just like an advertisement for them. And all they want to do is get more leads coming through that landing page. Can you imagine how many leads these people are getting right now? Like just like every day, 4 days ago, 23,000 views, 3 weeks ago, 65,000 views, and they're not spending a dime on advertising for this. And it's just constant, man. They're probably overwhelmed with leads. I would guarantee they are. So the reason why I'm showing you that is because I want you to set up a YouTube channel. I want you to set up a good Facebook, a good Instagram. I want you to have good landing pages, and I want you to drive everybody back to those landing pages there. Guys, is that making sense? Let me know in the chat here if you have any, if that's making sense, or if you want me to run through anything, because I want to make sure that you understand this, all right? And this could massively change your business. It changed my business very, very quickly, all right? And I wanted to do the same thing for you. Also, I want you to start posting a lot of Instagram and Facebook stories, okay? This also helps you start a lot more conversations. So here's one example that you can steal right after today's call and do it immediately. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. Right in December 14th of 2021, I had like $600 left in my bank account probably. And I was this close to quitting real estate because I was just spending too much money. I was buying yard signs. I was spending money on Zillow. And I wasn't making any money from all of the investment, my MLS fees, my board fees, my brokerage fees. I just wasn't making any money. I was like losing money. And I was like, man, I need to go do something different with my life, become a teacher or something. But I told myself, let me give myself the first 6 months of 2022 to see if I can make it in this business. So I put up this quick poll question that said, are you looking to buy a home in 2022? Yes or no? And as you can see here, 53 people told me yes on this poll question. So guess what I did? I DM'd all 53 of these people and I said, thank you for telling me yes on my poll question. Are you available for a quick 5 or 10-minute Zoom call sometime this week? And after like 3 weeks of following up with all these people, I got on 17 Zoom conversations, 7 pre-approvals, and 6 closed transactions from this one Instagram story. And that was my whole entire pipeline for the beginning of 2022. And guess what? I would not be in front of you guys right now if it wasn't for this post. Because this showed me that I could get business from Instagram and I got referrals from these people. I was able to do open houses with these people and get buyers from those open houses. And it just kind of, compacted into the business that I have now. So, hey, still this poll question, do a lot of poll questions throughout the week. And you could even say, hey, would you like to receive a free home value? Yes or no? Also, one thing that you could do on your Instagram and Facebook story is you can do these click links. You could say, and this is what I did like 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, home values have changed a lot. Click the link to get an updated home value on our website. And I linked my home evaluation landing page that's on my website. And check this out, guys. 37 people clicked this link. I don't think all 37 of them filled out the landing page. I think only like 31 of them did. But remember, that's 31 brand new people that are in my CRM that I could pick up the phone and call, text, email, set up on drip campaigns and try to schedule a listing appointment. That's what it's all about. That's what we want to do every single day is how many new contacts can we get? How many new leads can we get for free? right? We don't want to spend money on advertising. This is all organic. This is all the stuff we need to do. All right, guys, how we feeling? We're about halfway. I got about 10 more minutes left of the presentation. And can you just let me know if you are enjoying today's call? Could you give me a quick emoji in the chat or something, or a thumbs up? Because it's hard to talk to nobody. I'm like talking to my wall right now. I'm like, man, what are people really enjoying? Are they liking this? But let me tell you something, guys. I love you guys. I know that our business is difficult, and I know it's very stressful. And I hope that I could just maybe help you out just a little bit. And hopefully something in here clicks with you, and maybe it gets you even just one transaction this year. Then that would make me so happy. And I hope that does happen. All right. If you've been driving for the last 10 minutes, or maybe you really haven't been paying attention, I really just want you to pay attention for the next 10 minutes, because the stuff I'm about to share with you right now is huge for your business. Google SEO, and what's the secret sauce, and how do I rank higher on Google, and how do I get leads from Google? Okay, well, I'm gonna explain this to you really quick. Google last year was one of our best lead sources. Got us a lot of listings. Got a lot of listing appointments, and mostly the people that are coming through Google are mostly sellers, which obviously we all want to work with more sellers. It's kind of easier to work with. So here's what I'm gonna share with you. All right. I'm gonna share with you my team lead, who's also like my biggest mentors in the business, who pretty much taught me everything that I know. I call them my real estate parents, right? So the reason why I'm sharing them is just because they're like perfect across the board, and they're a perfect example for you guys to steal from. And this is who I steal from. So Angel and Patty, when I Google Angel and Patty, on the right-hand side, you're going to see their Google My Business profile. All right. And the first thing I need you to do after today's call is, if you do not have a Google My Business profile set up, that's the first thing you need to do. Go set one up. It takes 5 minutes, and make sure that you get it verified. They're going to send you a code in the mail, and you just got to type in that code, and then now your business is verified. Now, once you have your Google My Business set up and running, here's what I want you to do. First thing, I want you to start getting as many reviews as you possibly can. I want you to make it like a game, and I want you to make a goal for like by the end of the year, whatever your goal is, if it's 50 or 100 reviews, make sure you hit it. And I want you send it to your friends, send it to your family, send it to your sons or your daughters, and make them do it on all their Gmail accounts. And when you get these reviews, okay, please make sure that the people that are giving you the review are putting the city that you want to rank number one in the review. So a perfect example of a good review for me or for Angel and Patty would be: Ashton Real Estate or Angel and Patty Real Estate are the best realtors in Whittier. If you are looking to buy a home in Whittier, please reach out to them, and you're going to have a great experience. That's a perfect review because they put the city that we want to rank in twice. Okay. So once you start getting some reviews coming through, I want you to start posting onto your Google My Business page 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. And what do I want you to post? I want you to post a very bulky blog post about something that's going on local in your area, or something that's going on local in the real estate market in general. Okay. And when you do these blog posts, at the bottom of the blog post, I want you to put a bunch of different keywords that are local in your area. So every time that I do our blog post on Angel and Patty Real Estate, because I handle all of this, I do all of this for our office. I put top realtor in Whittier, free home value in Whittier, off market homes in Whittier, luxury real estate in Whittier, listing agent in Whittier, buyer's agent in Whittier, investment properties in Whittier, new construction in Whittier, REOs in Whittier. Anything that I could possibly think of that somebody is Googling on Google, I put it at the bottom of all of our blog posts. Here's why. Is because now when somebody looks up, check this out. I'm going to show you this word for that this works. Realtor in Whittier. Now when somebody looks up Realtor in Whittier, right? I'm going to go down to businesses, and we're going to skip this sponsored because those people are paying for that. But 1, 2, 3, we're showing up number 4 on the Google My Businesses. And now let's go to the website ranking. Okay, we got realtor.com. They spend $1 billion a year. Zillow, $1 billion a year. Yelp, $1 billion a year. Realtor.com, all these things. But guess who's showing up number 1 as an independent realtor? Our office. And I'm telling you right now, if you just start doing a few of these blog posts on Google My Business, you start getting more reviews, you are going to skyrocket on Google My Business. Nobody in your area is doing this. Nobody in your area even knows about this. And if you could stand out, then you're gonna be huge. Because like, check this out. I tell all of our new agents that are in the city of Whittier, Like people that are here, like, okay, they have 103 reviews, 55 reviews, 40 reviews, 75, 27. Okay, guys, let's get to 45 reviews and you're going to show up on this list right here. Get to 100 and you might even show up number one. So all of my agents are like constantly trying to get more reviews on, Google My Business, Yelp, and Zillow. That's all I want them to do throughout the week. All right. Okay. So once we got the Google SEO dialed, right, and you got the Google My Business going, I also, okay, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and talk about this really quick. I'm going to take a, all right, we're back. So once you have your Google My Business set up properly, I'm going to say something really quick that's really, really important. If you are currently using your brokerage free website that they give you for free, I need you to step away from that website. And here's why. Okay. If you're part of KW, Coldwell Banker, Century 21, EXP, these big brokerages, they have over 100,000 realtors that are part of their brokerage. And guess what? Every single one of them has the exact same website that you have, word for word. The same coding in the background, the same title pages, the same photos on the website, the same placements, and you cannot rank higher on Google if you are using that website. Because Google's like, why would we pick, I'm going to pick someone from the name. Why would we pick Chad Brantley if he has the same website as 100 other thousand realtors that are using the same exact website? So what I want you to do is I want you to step away from that website, create your own, and make sure you have your own branding on there and have a really good information about who you are. If that's one thing that you take from this whole entire masterclass, please make sure that you understand that. You need to have a really good website. A lot of people are saying, yeah, websites are something of the past. You don't really need a website anymore. Websites are old news. That's completely false. Right now is one of the most important times to have a really good website where you stand out, where you have your own information on there, and where you write your own blog post on there as well. So make sure that you have your own website. Okay. Now, really, that's like the website thing is really, really important. I want to make sure you guys understand that because I work with a lot of realtors who are like, man, yeah, I'm not really ranking higher on Google. And I look at their website and it's just a very basic, nothing website. And I don't want you to go spend, 3,000 or 5,000 with like luxury presence or agent image. Don't do that. I could help you build a website and I'll talk about that at the end of this call and I'll help you rank on Google and I'll help you rank on ChatGPT. But let me get through my presentation here. So GEO, right, which is the new SEO, generative engine optimization. This is like this is huge. Okay. So what people are doing now, right, is instead of going to Google and typing up realtors in Whittier, they're going to ChatGPT and 800 million people right now are using ChatGPT as their search engine. So like this is huge for us. So I went to ChatGPT and I said, "Can you give me some good realtors in Whittier?" Okay? And they responded with this list. And luckily, we're showing up number one, Angel and Patty, which is great for our business. We get a lot of business from this. Okay? I want you to do this local in your area. And if you are not showing up on this list, you have a lot of work to do, but don't worry, you can get to this very, very quickly. All right. So then I said, how did you put together this list? If I was a realtor, how could I get onto your recommended list? Here's what they came up with. Top agent ranking platforms, local search results, brokerage directories, and freshness and prominence signals. So this first one, what I want you to do is I want you to set up a profile on a Zillow. I want you to set up a profile on Fast Expert, Home Guide, Yelp, Realtor.com, and anywhere else that you could find that you could create a profile. I'm not telling you to spend money with these companies, but just make sure that you have a good profile that has some reviews on it and also has a bio about who you are. All right. Now let's go down here. Down here, okay, brokerage plus SEO. Right here, it says running your own SEO optimized website targeting city realtor helps you pop up on Google, right? Now, also here, I love this one right here. Claim profiles on Zillow, Realtor.com, and Yelp, right? What I just told you to do, make sure you have these profiles here. Drive 20 to 30 reviews quickly. What I told you to do, send them to your friends and family, get as many reviews as you possibly can. Run a Google My Business profile with Whittier keywords plus reviews. Exactly what I told you to do to rank on Google, but this is also going to help you rank on ChatGPT. maybe run local Facebook and Instagram content that points back to your site. Also, what I told you to do, we want to post onto Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, local property tours that drive people back to a landing page. Remember, we talked about that. Get listed on Fast Expert, Homelight. These two things are like referral sites, but you can create a profile in here and maybe even reach out to them to see if you could work with them because you don't need to pay these companies to get leads. They just give you a referral and they take a percentage of your commission. But guys, if I want you to focus on one thing in 2026, it's ranking higher on Google and it's ranking higher on ChatGPT because this is the future right here, guys. It's only going to get worse. More and more people are going to be using ChatGPT as a search engine. And if we are left out of this, we are not going to get business from it. And I want to make sure that you're getting business from it. Okay? That's really, really important. Guys, does that make sense? Is that all making sense here? Yep. All right. I want to make sure that you guys understand that because boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay, so quick recap, right? We want to be consistent with all this. Remember at the beginning of the tool, I told you to start posting more property tours, right? Local property tours of homes that are for sale or good deals or whatever that you want to sell. And also some really good informational videos. And we also want to be very consistent with posting good content on your Google My Business page and having a good website so that you're ranking higher on Google, which will also help you rank higher on ChatGPT. Also, one thing that I didn't talk about is that in those brokerage free websites that you have, or maybe even the website that you had some other company build, there is now like ChatGPT reads off of a certain code in the background of the websites, HTML. It's called VVTTML. That's what ChatGPT reads in the back of the website. So all of these brokerage free websites don't even have that section to put in keywords for ChatGPT to read off of. So you can't even get close to ranking higher on ChatGPT. I forgot to explain that. Okay. And that's why another reason. So we want to be really, really consistent with this. But I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, man, Ashton, now I have all this stuff to do. I got to go film property tours. I got to go film informational videos. I got to edit them. And I don't know how to edit them. And I got to post them. And I don't know how to post them. And I got to build a website. I don't know how to build websites. I don't know how to do all these blogs and Google My Business. Don't worry. Okay. I'm here to help you. And I really want to help you with all of this, all of the things that I showed you. So when I told you at the beginning of this call about the company that I started called Posting Agent, okay, this is exactly what we do for our realtors. We have content creators that go out into the field and create property tour content on their phone, right? And then we get those videos, we edit them and make good property tours and good informational videos, and then we post them for our realtors that are local in that area. And we post Instagram and Facebook stories, and then we also focus on ranking them higher on ChatGPT, and we also rank them higher on Google My Business by posting onto their Google My Business profile. So I'm going to explain this really quick. And I got 45 spots open for a Posting Agent. I really want you guys to give it a shot. So the first thing what we do with Posting Agent is we're going to do a 30-minute onboarding call with you. It's a social media audit. The 30-minute onboarding calls, we're going to look at your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Google My Business, and make sure that it's set up the proper way first. And if it's not set up, we're going to set it up for you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start posting Instagram and Facebook content for you, 2 Instagram and 2 Facebook Reels per week. And these are informational videos, and these are also property tours like the ones that I showed you, and driving people back to a landing page. We also post 2 Instagram and 2 Facebook stories that drive people back to a landing page, like the poll questions that I shared with you today. Also, my favorite thing about Posting Agent is that we will edit any videos that you send us and we will post them directly for you. So as we're posting our own content, we want you to be making your own content and sending it over to us so that we can edit it for you and post it for you as well. So if that's a video of you talking, a video of you opening up a property and showing a property, we want you to send us as much content as you possibly can. But we're going to be making our own content for you as well. Also, we are going to post for you onto Google My Business 5 times a week. And we're going to try to get you more reviews as well on Google My Business. And that's going to help you rank onto Google My Business and also going to help you rank on ChatGPT as well. We post 5 times a week onto there. Let me show you a really good example of some of the content that we're posting for one of our agents. So this is Kizzy. Okay. And Kizzy, if you're on today's call, thank you for allowing me to share your profile. Before she was kind of just posting her own content and getting, 76 views, 183 views, 300 views. She reached out to me and said, Ashton, I need your help. I need better content on my page. The first video that I posted for her got 320,000 views, all organically. The first video, another one that we posted, 27,000 views. And it's just very local, organic content that makes it seem like she's out in the field posting her own videos. And that's what I want to do for you word for word. So with Posting Agent, we charge $99 a month, very affordable. And that's for our social media content and also to help you rank on Google My Business and ChatGPT. But for everyone that's on this call, I want to give you a 7-day free trial so that you can give it a shot. And there's no contract, there's no commitment to anything. You could cancel in the free trial if you want, but give it a shot. Let me show you what I can do for you. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link. This is the 7-day free trial link right here. And I got 45 spots open right now. And here it is. I just put it in the chat there. I just put it in there twice. Um, there it is. I just put there, click the link and make sure that you get to the third step to book your onboarding call with us. And you're going to see all this time slots that are available. And your 7-day free trial does not start until after you've done the onboarding call. So like if you book your onboarding call for like, a week out, that's when the 7-day free trial will start. And that first social media audit's huge because we want to make sure that you have your Instagram set up properly, your Facebook set up properly, your Google My Business set up properly. $99 monthly for life. Any upsell? No. Our price will never change. When I started this company, I was like, I want to make something that's so affordable, but the content is really good. Because there's Keeping Current Matters, which is posting terrible content for realtors. You know, just all these companies are just posting very generic content, and I wanted to make the first company that's posting real life local content for our realtors, and good informational content that drives more conversations, and also focusing on Google My Business to help you get things there, which is huge. Is it the same content cross posted between different areas? So you will never have the same content as any other realtor that's local in your market. You will always have your own specific content, all that good stuff. And remember, I want you to send us some videos. We really want you to send us some videos so that we can, show a little bit about who you are on your page. I'm not saying that if you don't do that, you won't see results, but if we're posting our own good content for you and mixing in a little bit of your own content, but remember, we're kind of handling all that load for you by editing it and posting it for you, you're going to see some great results on it. Now, I also build websites for our realtors, and you're going to see after you sign up for the 7-day free trial, it's going to take you to a page to ask you if you want to sign up for the website. And on the days of the webinar, we are offering it at half off. Normally, it's $1,000 upfront to build the website, and then it's $49 a month to host and manage it and rank it higher. But today we're offering it half off at $499 upfront for me to build the website, and it's still the $49 a month to host and manage it. So you could sign up for the website if you want to as well. And I'll talk about the websites in a second. I build, sorry for my language, badass websites. All right. And very affordable for the websites that I build. I don't want you to pay thousands of dollars for luxury presence or agent image or anything like that. Here's a website that I just finished a few weeks ago, and she's already seen some great results by ranking higher on Google. So I'm going to run this through you really quick. This is one that I built. I'll just show you. Home evaluation. Let's connect. Meet Elisa, right? All this good stuff. And here's the most important thing right here. The areas of expertise: Uptown Dallas, Preston Hollow, Sunnyvale, Dallas. And one thing that I want to tell you is most of these companies that build websites for realtors, like for example, Luxury Presence or Agent Image, they build amazing websites. I won't doubt that, but they don't help you rank higher on Google. That's what I do with my websites. I'm going to build you a badass website, and any website builder can build you a good website. But what are they doing in the background on a day-to-day basis is going to help you rank higher on Google. So when you build a website with me, once we manage it, each week we're going to be updating it with a bunch of new blog posts throughout the week. We're going to be putting new H1 and H2 tags throughout the week and seeing what is working and what's not working. We also put that background code to make sure that you're ranking higher on ChatGPT that a lot of people don't even know about or aren't even talking about it. And we also ask that you just send us as much of your own content as you possibly can so that we can put it onto your website. Because we want to update it with a lot of new content for you. All right. Well, we'll talk. I'll probably do another one of these calls in the next couple of months or so. And if you signed up, look out for some information from us. And connect with me on Instagram, please. Send me a DM if you need someone to talk to about anything, about how to create a landing page or anything. I'll respond.